Hello, ma'am. She
I
was our speaker in the pilot episode of ElevatED series. So thank you so much, ma'am, for this learning opportunity. Shout out also to the presenters for today's demonstration teaching. We have Satinder Kaur and Satinder Kaur Rai. Hello, ma'ams. So this benchmarking activity aims to gain relevant strategies in one of the Microsoft showcase schools in the whole world in the proper integration of technology in the educative process, and of course to capacitate teachers and school heads on the best practices on the classroom management in an online distance learning setup. So shout out to all the participants for today's session. We have the teachers from Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Trade, from San Mateo Integrated School, and from Balatong Integrated School. So I would like to request all the participants to mute your audio and to turn off your camera as we observe the demonstration teaching of our presenters from Kamla Nehru Public School in India. So after the demonstration teaching or the virtual classroom tour, we will have the Q&A, of course, and if you have questions later, please reserve them and our presenters and the principal herself will answer the questions one at a time. So again, I would like to request all the participants to mute your audio and to turn off your camera as we proceed to the virtual classroom tour. I guess Madam Paramjit Kaur Gilon would like to say something to our participants, ma'am.
yeah, it's a matter of honor and pride, and we are privileged to be the host for all of you. At the end of the day, teaching community is one fraternity. It is a family. And students, if we take, they also make a family. Students all over the world are students only, and teachers all over the world are teachers only. So it's so good that we are sharing and trying to grow together. And you can see, you can have the feel of the online classes which we have been going through for the past one full year. We started on 2nd of April. We've got 3 minutes to go. We start sharp at 11. So 3 minutes we can interact amongst ourselves for another 3 minutes. So that's it. During this journey, we have this was a path which we traveled for the first time. We never knew, none of us knew what remote learning is all about. And we haven't studied in the B.Ed college or the teacher training colleges when we were having a teacher training, how to do and what to do when it is totally remote learning. So it was planning with a vision, it was executing that vision, and it was ultimately putting it into practice in the classroom and seeing what challenges we are facing on day to day. So day to day solutions were also found. So 2nd April we started for K-12, that is right from the nursery class to grade 12. And in fact, we started planning way back in December 2019 when we realized that some schools in China, they have been closed down and they might plan to go for remote learning. And we started thinking, how do we go about? See, we are a school in a village, and our parents and children are coming from villages, and some of the parents are not even educated. But one member or the other member of the family has gone abroad, so all of them have got smartphones. But working with Microsoft Teams was not everybody's cup of tea. So we planned. We had lots of training session, lots of teachers training each other because we had some Wi-Fi classes, and these teachers were very good, and others, especially the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, there they were doing for the normal smart board teaching as such. And then these teachers from my 6th, 7th, 8th class and my 3rd, 4th class, they trained the senior teachers, and we went in for lots of co-training as such. And even Microsoft helped us to train our teachers as such. And then we had plenty of mock session amongst each other, and we would show how does it look, and the other teacher would say, your lesson looks good, it is colorful, but if you could add this. So it was it was helping each other. And then when our lessons were ready, we had this challenge with would our children come for this remote learning session. So we had to, for nearly a month, we would call them. We had the Teams group made. We would call them, come join, and some of them would not join. We had to call, typical phone calls, and ultimately students realized that they had to join. So we had all possible challenges, and here we are to share all our challenges, all problems which we faced. We can definitely share so that we learn from each other's experience. We promise you that this is just your virtual tour, but whenever you have any challenge, any support which is needed, we are all out to help you. And with this, it is 11 o'clock, and I leave the floor, and it's over to the presenters of the day, presenter and co-presenter of the day. All the best, dear teachers, and all the best, dear students. Over to you, Satinder, and over to you, Satinder. So we have Satinder Kaur and we have Satinder Kaur Rai. Go ahead, please.
So good morning, everyone. I hope I am audible. Charu ma'am, am I audible? Charu ma'am.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So once again, good morning, everyone over there. We hope that you all are fit and fine at your own places. So as we say, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, working together is a success. On this note, we are here to a virtual tour to a Microsoft Showcase School. Myself, Satinder Kaur Rai.
And myself, Satinder Kaur. We take this proud privilege to welcome you all in the remote learning session of grade 9th.
So as we start with prayer each day and each session. So let's go for the prayer piece. So please, we want some volunteers. Yes, please. Yes, please.
O God of love and hope, protect us in this difficult time. May COVID 19 vanish away from our Mother Earth and we all remain safe and healthy. Amen.
Thank you so much, Akriti, for this prayer, because prayers are very important nowadays. Every time it's important, but now in different and difficult times, it's important that we have to hold our hands with our God. Yes. So after the prayer, we would like to have a wonderful thought. So who would be coming forward? Yes, please.
May I, ma'am?
Yes, please.
You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending.
Wow, what a wonderful thought. That we have to change the ending means we have to work hard, we have to go forward to change everything, right? Thank you for this wonderful thought, dear. And after this wonderful prayer and wonderful thought, let's start with our session. So what comes to your mind when you hear the word kingdom? Any idea? Yes, please, you can write in the chat window, students. Send your ideas in the chat window, please. We are looking for your chat window. What comes to your mind when you hear the word kingdom? Something related with the kingdoms, something related with the. I'm eager to know your answers. Yes, I could see some of the answers in the chat window. Yes, king, throne, very good, Mitali. What about others? Yes, we are waiting for your responses, dear. So wonderful responses by the students. We know that you are responding. Sometimes yes, royal, king, throne, king, yes, crown. Very good, ruled by kings and queens. Very nice. Yes, that is something that we have the king, we have the queen, we have the princess, and all such things. So let's see what is there in our story, right? So let's move forward. So now, what we are going to do, you have your English book, movements, right? Hope you all are sitting with your books. Go and grab your books, keep it your side. If you have the books, send thumbs up in the chat window, or you can even send the floating thumbs ups, digital thumbs ups, smileys, whatever you feel like, the way you want to express your reactions. So it's lesson number 4 from your book Movements, the Kingdom of Fools. So just imagine the name, kingdom, which is of fools. So here is a kingdom, right? A big palace and all such things around, right? Before going ahead with our story, let's see what are the learning objectives behind this story. So here are some of the learning objectives. It says, will enable the students to enjoy listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills, because that is most important, right? And to develop your imaginative powers, that how much you can imagine your imaginative powers and your ideas, and even to build some faith, honors for the guru and in the minds of disciples, and even to inculcate the moral values, because moral values are very, very important in our life, right? So these are some of the learning objectives behind the story. So hope they will be developed during the story. So now when we have any story, what do we have? We have people in those stories, and these are known as characters. So let's see what are the characters in the story in the kingdom of fools. So here comes the first. It's a king, of course. If it's a kingdom, there will be a king, right? Then we talked about guru and disciples. So we have guru and his disciple. Then, of course, when we have a king, we have his minister also, right? And see who comes in, the thief. There's a thief also in the story. So just imagine, start imagining what could be the story. Okay. See, another one comes in, the bricklayer. We'll see what he is doing in the story. Then comes the dancing girl. You might have seen in the various movies and all that where they have in the court, they have some dancing girls and all. So we have the dancing girl also here. Oh, we have one more character. That is the goldsmith. Makes the jewelry, of course. Right? So now let's see. This is a person. Who is he? He's A.K. Ramanujan, who has written this story, right? And this story is a folk tale. And it's a Kannada folk tale. As you all know, Kannada is a regional language which is mainly spoken in Karnataka. As we in our region, we speak Punjabi, that is our regional language. So it is in southern India, that is Karnataka, where Kannada is their regional language. And the story which we are going to talk about today, that is a Kannada folk tale. A folk tale is a story which passed on from one generation to another. Means you might have heard so many stories from your grandparents, and your grandparents might have heard from their grandparents. So they become the folk tales. And he has collaborated some of the folk tales in his book, Folk Tales from India, which is of course written by A.K. Ramanujan. And this story is we have taken from there in your book, right? So before going to the story, let's first of all discuss the title, the story's title, that is In the Kingdom of Fools, which means the state where people are not so wise, they are not intelligent. In this story, the king, his minister, and his advisors are also fools. That means that they are not at all wise, not intelligent. When this kind of people rule the kingdom, then what all happens? That is being told in the story. Are you all eager to see the story? What happens in it? Yes, show your responses. So here the story begins.
So yes, I know my students are very excited to see what is going to happen in the strange kingdoms of the food. And I can see my flying thumbs ups are going up. It looks beautiful on my screen. So now, for a change, can you send me your beautiful smiles also? I know my students are very much excited to see what is going to happen in the story. Hurry up, everybody. Yeah, so beautiful. Yeah, I can see your beautiful smiles on my screen. So, this is the way we interact nowadays, really. So, now let's move ahead. And I know you all are ready for the class. And now I want reader of the day. So, hurry up, students. Raise your digital hand and I would be calling up your names. Oh, I'm so happy to see so many hands are up. Very good class, very active students are. So I would like to call upon Vanshika. Vanshika, can you hear me? Vanshika, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, dear. So can you start reading from my screen, Bache?
Yes, ma'am. In the kingdom of fools, both the king and the minister were idiots. They didn't want to run things like other kings, so they decided to change night into day and day into night.
Very good, excellent. You did a great job. So now let's begin with the story. So, in the kingdom of food, it means this is a kingdom and it's a strange kingdom, students. And this kingdom is full of fools. Not only the king is fool, but the minister, they were also idiots. Means everybody is not wise, nobody is intelligent over there. So, that's why it is being said that this is the kingdom of fools. And now, what they did, the king and the minister, they took some decision. And according to their decision, what they did, they reversed everything. Okay, what they did, they reversed everything. And how they reversed everything? They made that change night into day and day into night. Means the people are going to work in the night and they are going to sleep at in day. So that was the one thing which they have done, that they have changed, and this order has been given in the kingdom, and everybody has to follow this order because it's a king order. No, no, everybody has to. And there was the another order was there, that if anybody is going to disobey this order, they would be put to death. And nobody wants to die. Even I don't want to die, na? So the same thing was happening with the people over there. They don't want to die. So the people they started working accordingly. So according to the king's order, everybody started working. They started sleeping at in day and started working at night. So this was happening there in the kingdom. So now students, not only the and human beings are working according to the king's order, but see the animals are also working according to the king's order. Even the animals has been taught that they are supposed to sleep by day and they're going to awake by night. So you can see in the picture also, see it's a bright day outside the window, you can see, and the animals are sleeping over there. So see, everybody is taught according to the king's order. Now what happened, one day, two men are going to come. And who are they? One is Guru and the other is the disciples. You can see the Guru in the picture, and along with Guru, we can see one more person is there. And who is that person? That the person is disciple. And they both visited the kingdom and found everything is reversed. Everything is normal, not normal like the other kingdoms are. So now let's see what happens next. So after that, what happened? Then they both were surprised. What was their reaction? Their reaction was that they both were wondered. They both were surprised to see the people are sleeping in the broad day night. So it was sun is out, bright day is there, but the people are they are sleeping. So that was the one thing. And the another thing, they were wonder and surprised to see that when it's dark, darkness is spread everywhere, everybody becomes very active. They open up their business, they open up their shops and start working. Okay, so this way now the kingdom is being running according to the king's new order. Now let's move ahead, and I want some more readers in my class, and who would like to become the next reader for the day. So I'm very happy that my students are always ready to do the reading. uh, so can we have the next slide? So okay, so Mitali, can you unmute yourself and start reading, dear?
Mom, screen is not shared.
It's okay, beta. I will be sharing. So it's okay. I will read it for you. Until then, I would be sharing the screen again. Don't worry about that. So, yes, I have started sharing the screen. So I'm reading the paragraph from there for you. So you all listen to me very carefully. I know you all are wonderful boys and girls. So yes, the two men were hungry. Okay. And now that the shops are were open, so now the shops are open, so they were very happy. Yes, the shops are open now. And when they found that all the shops are open, what they started, they feel blessed. Yes, the shops are open, and they, to their astonishment, they found that everything is cost the same. Everything costs the 1 rupee only. So they were very happy that everything is costing the same, and they can bought rice also. They can bought a bunch of bananas also, only for 1 rupee, only for 1 coin. Okay. So now after that, what is going to happen over there? Sorry, just wait a minute. Let me share. So till now, I think you all understood the story till this point. So who would like to tell me that what happened till this point? So Mitali, is my screen is visible to you now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, dear. So just wait a minute. Let it be rotated. Oh, it's taking some time. No worries. So here I would like to call upon Akshita. Akshita, can you tell me what happens till this point of the story? Akshita, can you unmute yourself and speak, bache? What
Yes, ma'am.
happened till now in the story?
There was a kingdom of fools. Everyone there was a fool, even the king and their ministers. They
Okay.
decided, they decided to change the time that everyone would work at day and work at night and sleep in the day. So they trained their animals also to do so. Once upon there two people came, one his guru and a disciple. So they saw that everyone is sleeping in the day. They were so hungry, so they waited till night. At the night, the shops were opened again, and so they were so happy that they would get something to eat finally. They
Fine.
when
Thank you, Akshita. Thank you. That's wonderful from your side. Thank you for sharing it. We are so happy that you all are getting us, and you all are understanding the story very well. So it's great. So now let's move ahead in the story. So can we have the next screen? So yes, now the guru and his disciple, they were happy. Why they are so happy? The system allowed them to buy all the food that they wanted, and only for a rupee. So they are so happy that they can buy everything only for 1 rupee. Okay, so this was happening over there. After that, as so the this disciple, he has eaten too much according to his desire. So the guru realized, but the guru was the wise person. He was intelligent. So he realized that this kingdom is the kingdom of fools, and he know that it won't be a good idea for them to stay here. And this was being said by the guru, and he believed that this is no place for us, that this place is not right for us. Let's go. He said to his disciple that let's go from here. But the disciple didn't want to leave this place. He is a foodie person and he wants to eat too much. So that's why he wanted to stay there only. Everything was very cheap over there, and all wanted the good and the cheap food. And what the disciple wanted, he wanted only food and the things which are he would be able to get at very cheap price. So that's why he don't want to leave the kingdom. But the guru was wise, and he wanted to leave the kingdom, and he left also. He left the kingdom, and this disciple, he stayed there only. So now let's see what happened after that. After that, so the guru said, they are fools. This won't last very long. You can't tell what they will do to you next. So the guru was saying exactly correct, that this kingdom is full of fools, and you never know what they are going to do at very next time. They are unpredictable. You cannot predict what the fools are going to do. And that's why even he was giving advice to the disciple also, that let's go from here, don't stay here. This is not a wise decision to stay here, as this kingdom is the kingdom of fools. But this disciple, he wants to stay there only, and he stayed there only. And after that, now let's see what happens in the kingdom now. Very interesting scene is going to happen in the kingdom. So as on your screen you can see, a thief is there. So one day a thief broke into a rich merchant's house by making a big hole. As you can see in the wall, there is a hole now. So this hole was made by this thief. Okay, so he entered into the rich merchant's house by making a big hole in the wall. So after that, when he entered to the house, so he has stolen the things, he has taken all the things. So but when he was going out with the stolen things, whatever he has stolen, he was taking along with him, the wall collapsed, means it broke down. The wall collapsed and it broke down. Where it broke down? It broke down on his head and killed him on the spot. And he was dead on the spot when the wall was fallen. When okay, so now let's see what happens after that. So now, who is going to be there in the scene now? So we are having brother of thief. Now the brother of thief, he would be came running to the king. So he was running to the king and he entered to the court now. He pleaded him. Means who is him here? The king. He started pleading in front of the king for not building, for he want that he should punish the merchant. And why he wanted to punish that merchant? Because the merchant has not built a good and a strong wall. That's why he wanted that the merchant should be punished. So that was the issue over there. So now as this person, he was came running to the king's court and begging in front of the king that please punish that merchant, because his wall was not built very good and it was not strong, and because of that wall my brother was dead. And this was happened there now. And now let's see what this wise, I can say till now we can't say the king is wise or he was foolish, but still he was behaving like a king and say justice will be done, don't worry. So he was ensuring this brother of the thief that yes, you will get the justice, don't bother about this, surely you will get the justice. And he was very relaxed, the brother, yes, I will get the justice from the king, as king himself told that the justice will be done. So now after that, the king gave the order. He sent his messengers to the kingdom and asked them to bring that to merchant in the court. So now the merchant was brought before the king. So on the screen you can see the merchant is there before the king. And when the merchant came there in the king, so now I will take a break and I want a reader of the day. Hurry up. So next volunteer, please. I can see number of hands are up, the digital hands. So now I would like to call upon Jasmine. Jasmine, can you unmute yourself, dear? And can you
Yes,
start
ma'am.
reading from the screen? Yeah, wonderful.
When the merchant arrived, the king questioned him. What's your name? Such and such, your highness. Yes, my lord. He broke in and the wall was weak. It fell on him.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Jasmine. So, yes, so now who is there in the court? The merchant is there in the court, in the king's court. So, when the merchant arrived, the king questioned him. He started asking questions to him. So, first question which he asked him, what's your name? And he was very nicely, very politely, he was replying, such and such, your highness. It means that he introduced himself. He told that he was the merchant over there in the kingdom. Everything he informed to him. He gave his introduction. And then he asked him that, are you there when the wall was broken? So he was saying, yes, my lord, the thief entered to my house and the wall was weak and it just fell on him and he was died. So very nicely, very truly, he agreed on this point. So now we have some surprising thing for you. So hurry up.
So, students, now you might be very much into the story. You have heard the story. Now wear your thinking cap. Now it's turn for some quizzes. So I hope you all are ready with that. Yes. So I know, yes, we have wonderful and active students with us, and they are every time they are ready. So let's go for the first question, please. So first question I have, what kind of story is this? A folk tale, a mock tale, a serious one? Yes, come on, let us have the answers, please. I'm looking for your answers in the chat windows. Yes, quickly. We want answers from each and every child. Yes, wow. I could see so many answers. Very good, Mitali, Samira. Very nice, very nice. Even I'm not able to read all the, names. Sia, Samira, Sia, again, Hartman, Gautam, Japnoor. Wow, everybody, very good. Excellent students. So you are into it. You are very good listeners. Right. So let's have the next question. One more question for all of you. Who were the idiots? A. King and his minister. B. People. C. Guru. Be quick. Let's see who is the first one to reply. Wow. So I got the answers. I have started getting the answers. Yes, Jasmine, Vanshika, Simran. Wow. So many students. Yes, very good, very good. I could see here now Ishpreet, Tanveer, Samya. Even I am not able to read the names. They are coming so quickly. Very good students. Very good. Excellent work. Excellent job. Thank you that you are listening to the story very carefully. Wonderful students. So, okay, now let's move ahead.
So now you all responded very well, and we were glad to see your responses in the chat window. Excellent, and you did a great job. And this clapping goes for all of you. So wonderful students. So now I know my students are very creative. I'm loving. I love to see your clappings on the screen. Also, yeah, the flying claps are there along with some hearts and everything. Good, good, wonderful. You all are really awesome. So now the king heard the case. So now just come back to me, students. So listen to me. So now king heard the case and found him. Who is him here? The merchant. Guilty for the thief's spot death. So he found that who is the person behind the death of this thief? The merchant. So now, but the merchant put the blame, the responsibility on question marks. So you are going to tell me, I know you all are having very creative minds and you all are detective also. So my detectives are going to tell me the merchant put the blame on whom? Any guesses, please? So here I would like to call upon Ishpreet. Ishpreet, can you unmute yourself and can you guess to whom they are going to put the blame on? Any guess? Any? It's hardly matter it's correct or wrong, but you should participate. Yeah, Biche. Okay, if Ishpreet is not able to unmute, so can I have?
Ma'am, can I try?
Yeah, you should, beta. Wonderful to have you. Yeah,
I,
beta.
ma'am, I think minister.
Okay, you things on minister. Fine. It's one guess we are having on minister. So let me have some other child. Harneet. Harneet, are you there? Oh, Samira is also there. Samira, you raise your hand. Yes, Samira. Samira, I want to hear from you.
Ma'am, maybe the merchant put the blame on bricklayer.
Oh, wonderful. The clap goes for you. Very good. Awesome, Samira. Yes, exactly correct. And see, your friends are also clapping for you. Oh, you can see number of digital claps on you. Yes, exactly, Samira. The merchant put the blame on the bricklayer. Excellent. Excellent. So now the bricklayer is going to be there in the court. And now I would like to have the next reader of the day. So hurry up, quickly raise your hand. Don't miss the opportunity to speak in the class. You all are awesome. I know that. So, Sia Rani. Yes, Sia Rani, you can unmute yourself and you can start reading from the screen.
My lord, this wall was built in my father's time. I know the man. He is an old man now. He lives nearby. The king sent out messengers to bring in the bricklayer who had built the wall. They brought them. tight hand and
Bought him. They bought him.
okay.
Yeah, continue,
You
dear.
there? Did you build this man's wall in his father's time? Yes, my lord, I did.
Thank you. Thank you, Sia. Thank you. So now what happens next? Now see when the bricklayer was there, he was also going to be bought in the court. But before that, the merchant was giving his explanation. He was saying, "My lord, this wall was built in my father's times. That this wall is not built by me. It was built in my father's time." But he was saying, "I know the man. He is an old man now, and he lives nearby only." Again, the king, he sent the messengers to bring that bricklayer who had built this wall. So now the bricklayer is going to be there in the court. And they bought him. The messengers, they bought him, tied his hands and feet also. So now when the bricklayer was there, so the king started asking him, "You there, did you build this wall in his father's time?" And very nicely, very truly, very innocently, he was saying, "Yes, my lord, I did. Yes, I did this wall during the merchant's father time." So he was agree on this point. So after this, what is going to happen there? The the please. So this bricklayer is also going to started pleasing in front of the king. So he is also begging in front of the king, "Please listen to me before you give your orders. That please at once listen to me before you give your orders. It's true that I built this wall and it was no good also." He was aware of this thing, that the wall was not good. But that was because my mind was not on it. Why? Because he was not able to concentrate while building or while constructing that wall. And this bricklayer, he pleaded the king to punish somebody else. And who is this somebody else? This somebody else is the dancing girl. So now the next responsibility of the death of this thief has gone on dancing girl. So the bricklayer was saying that you should punish that dancing girl who distracted my attention by going up and down the street all the day, and her anklets were jingling, and that's why I was not able to concentrate on the construction of this or that wall. So this was being said by the king. So now again the order is going to be placed by the king. So he has given the order. "Let's get the dancer wherever she is." So now the dancer is going to be produced in the court now. So the next character we are going to have in the story is Dancing Girl. So you can see on the screen Dancing Girl, now an old woman. You can see her hair in the screen. It's gray in color. So she was an old lady now, and she was brought to the court now. So when she is going to be present in the court, she is going to be there in the court. So I would like to have the reader again. So yes, so my lovely students, who would be the next one? Can I have some new names? So is Sarthak. Sarthak, are you there? Okay, anyways, so yeah, I can see number of hand raise are there. So the Vanshika got the turn. Simran. Simran, you can unmute yourself and it's your turn for the reading now. Simran, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Did you
thank you.
walk up and down that street many years ago? While this poor man was building a wall,
Do you see him? Yes, my lord, I remember it very well.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Simran. Thank you. So now, so did you walk up and down? Again, who is asking this? King is asking this. That did you walk up and down many years ago? And while this poor man, who is this poor man? The poor man is bricklayer, who was building the wall, building a wall. Did you see him? And very nicely and truly, the dancing girl is also going to reply, "Yes, my lord. I remember it very well. That I remember, yes, this person was building the wall when I was going up and down to that street." So now, after this, what happened? This dancing girl also, she is also going to put the blame on somebody else. So the next blame is on the goldsmith. So this dancing girl, she put the blame on whom? On the goldsmith. Fine. Now she was saying that, she was saying, she told to the king that she had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry, that she has given some gold to whom? To the goldsmith. For what? For making some jewelry for her. But this goldsmith, he delayed in the work and make me walk up and down to his house several times. And because of this reason, I was going up and down to his house several reasons. So she was blaming now to the goldsmith. And the now the next character we are going to have in the court is going to be the goldsmith. So now let's see what goldsmith is going to speak in the court. So now the goldsmith was produced before the king. So you can see the person who is wearing the purple dress, and he is the goldsmith, and who was produced before the king now. So now, when this goldsmith was there, he also said that he had to attend the rich merchant's order first, as there was a wedding ceremony in his family. So now he was also giving his explanation, and he said that he had to attend the rich merchant's order there, because he was having some another order also, and that order was of a rich merchant, and he has to finish that rich merchant's order first, because there was a wedding ceremony in the family. So because of that, this reason only, he made delay in the completion of the jewelry of this dancing girl. And he said that it was therefore he made this dancing girl come to his door many times. So he gave his explanation in front of the king now. And after this, the king is going to say something, and that you people are going to tell me by reading it from my screen. So, can I have Tanveer? Tanveer, can you unmute and can you read from my screen, dear? Tanveer Singh. I hope I'm perfectly. Yeah, good, but
Who is rich merchant who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry, made her walk up and down, which distracted this bricklayer, which made a mess on his wall.
thank you, Tanveer, at bricklayer. Thank you. So now the king was asking. So he started doing questioning. So he said, "Who is this rich merchant who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry?" So now he was asking to the goldsmith that, "Tell me the name of that merchant, that who, because of his order, you kept this lady pending, lady jewelry pending, and because of which this lady has to walk up and down the street, and which distracted this bricklayer, and he made a mess of his wall." Okay, who is his here? The merchant's wall. So he made a mess of his wall. So now the goldsmith named the merchant. So he was none other than the original owner of the house, whose wall had fallen. So again, the blame goes on whom? It goes on the same merchant whose wall had fallen. Now the justice has come to the circle, thought the king. Back to the same merchant. So again, he is back on the same merchant. That, yes, I got the culprit now. I got the person who is guilty in this case. So the merchant again, he started explaining that, "Please, merchant," he put the blame on his father. So he started putting the responsibility on his father. And he said that, "My father had ordered the jewelry, not me. But the father was no more in this world. The father is not alive. He was passed away." So it was decided by the king to punish the merchant in place of his father. That who is going to be punished? The merchant is going to punish in place of his father, because the father is no more. Okay, so this was the decision which was taken by the kingdom. So after that, what happened? A new stake was ordered to be ready for the execution. Okay, so the stake is ready for the execution of merchant in place of his father. So now we have a suspense still here. So you are going to speak now in the class.
Yes, hold on with the story. So you might be thinking, what happened now? The story was very interesting. I know that. But I have some questions for you all. So yes, now here's the first question. According to you, is it risky to live among the fools? Now I want students to raise their digital hand because you need to unmute yourself and give the response. Yes, let me see the hand raise. Okay, there are so many. So let me pick one. Okay. Um, Purvi. Can you unmute, please? Purvi. Purvi. Others need to write the chat window, please. Yes, please. Okay, Purvi said no, and that's it. Okay, you need to explain also. I want one more volunteer, please. Parnika.
Yes, ma'am, it's dangerous to live between fools because they can do anything
Yes. Thank you,
and can
Parnika.
harm you also.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, it's very dangerous to live among the fools because they are very dangerous and they can harm us also. Yes, others can also write in the chat window. We are looking for your answers there also. So here I have another question and you need to write in the chat window, please. Next is, whom did the thief's brother blame for the death of the thief? I hope you all were attentive and everybody in the class need to give their answers, please. Destiny, B people, C merchant. Yes, thank you so much. Those who have given the answer for the first one. So yes, now quickly give the answer for the second one also. Whom did the thief's brother blame for the death of thief? Destiny, people, merchant. Yes, very
Okay.
good students. So
Whom did the
many,
thief
so many. Yes.
chief brother blame for the death of thief? Dusty people merchant.
O- Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much for responding. Yes. So it was the merchant whom he blamed. Thank you. So it was wonderful. You all are very active and we are so happy to have such an active class with us. So yes, let's move. And this is the digital claps and even clap from my side. That yes, wonderful students and very active students from me and from Satinder ma'am also. So we all are clapping for you. Thank you, students. Yes, now you can listen to the story. What happens next?
So now let's see what's going to happen next in the story. So, but the merchant was too thin to fit in that stake, as the stake was ordered for the execution of the merchant. But what was the problem? The problem was that the merchant was too thin to fit in that stake. So now again, king gave order, and he told the messengers that go to the kingdom and search a man who is fat enough to fit in this stake. So now the messengers, they have gone into the kingdom, and the servants' eyes just fell on disciple. Disciple who was a fit person, a fat person now. Why he is fat now? Because he was eating too much from the last few months. Okay, he was eating bananas, he was eating rice, wheat, ghee, and now he became a fat person. So that's why the he is going to be there in the court for what? For the execution, because he is going to be fit there in the stake. So after that, when this disciple is going to be there in the court, again he is also going to be he started pleading in front of the king, and he was saying that I'm innocent, but giving all the explanation to the king was of no use. And now this disciple, he was just waiting for his death. And suddenly he remembered his guru, who is wise, who was wise, intelligent, and even he was having some magical powers also. He can see everything in his vision. Okay, so immediately after that, when he was thinking of his guru, so the guru is going to arrive there in the court to help the disciple. So now in the screen, on the screen, you can see that the guru is there. Fine. So when this guru arrived there in the court, so what this guru is going to say that I want to hear from you people. So now, who would like to read? Yes, uh, anybody, any volunteer can unmute and read. So now I would not like to take your name. Any volunteer. So any volunteer can unmute and read. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, bache.
Then he went to the king
Went
and
king and addressed him, O wisest of you kings, who is greater, the guru or the disciple? Of
Disciple.
course, Guru, disciple. Of course, the Guru, no doubt about it. Then put me to the stake first. Put my disciple to the death after me.
Thank you, Akshita. So yes, then he went to the king. Who is he here? The guru. So Guru went to the king and addressed him. O wisest of king, tell me who is greater, the guru or the disciple? So the king said, of course, Guru, no doubt about it, that Guru is greater. So then this Guru said, then put me to the stake first and my disciple after me, that I want to die first and then put my disciple after me. So now they both started what? They both started fighting. They started fighting with each other. Me first. You vote me first here. Put me to death, not him. And the guru and the disciple now they got into a fight about who should go first on this stake for the execution. So this fight was going on. And now the king was surprised to see the fight. In the picture you will see that how the king was looking at both of them. He was surprised to see the fight, that why both of them are fighting, what is the reason, why they want to die first, why he want to die first. And that's why he was looking at both of them. And when the king asked them the reason, the guru hesitantly told him that whoever died on the stake first would reborn as the king of that kingdom, and who is going to die second would be reborn as a minister. So now it was a new thing for the king, and he was so surprised to listen this. And then, after listening this from the guru, he talked to his minister, and king said that they would go on the stake themselves. Thus, they would reborn as a minister and the king again. And the king and minister, they went to the prison where the guru and the disciple were kept. So what they did, the king and the minister, they just released the guru and the disciple, and they put themselves in their place. Why they put themselves in their place? So that they were taken to the stake for execution, and even they were executed also. And when the execution was done next morning, the dead bodies of the king and the minister were taken down. Okay, so you can see in the picture. So both are dead now. Okay, so now the people, they are sad, they are crying on their death, and they started doing the discussion about the future of the kingdom. That who is going to be our next king, who is going to be our next minister. And suddenly the people thought of guru and the disciple. They but what the guru and disciple were doing, they were secretly leaving the city. They don't want to stay there in the kingdom of fools. So very secretly they were leaving the kingdom. But people saw them. And when the people saw them, so people requested them, okay, that please be the king of our kingdom, please be the minister of our kingdom. And after listening to them, this guru agreed on one condition. The condition was that this kingdom would function normally like the other kingdoms did. That this kingdom should also function like the other kingdoms. So after this, and the another condition was that all the people, they are going to work in day and they are going to sleep at night. And everybody agreed on this point. And finally, the guru became the king and the disciple became the minister. Fine. And finally, in the end, the, the guru converted this kingdom of fools into the into a normal kingdom. And finally, the people are also going to be blessed if they are going to live under the leadership of this wise guru who is now a king. And I hope you all understood the story. If you all enjoyed the story and you understood the story, can I have a flying thumbs ups or hearts or smiley, whatever you want to? But I want reply from everybody. Wow, wow, my screen is looking awesome. Beautiful to see number of hearts, red, yellow. Wow, what a nice colors. Wow. So I'm very happy that you all understood the story. So now let's move ahead.
So students, after this story, as you have enjoyed the story, I also knew the story, but still I enjoyed it again because it's just a very interesting story. Means it's a folk tale and it's very interesting. Now we want theme. What is the theme behind this story? So who is going to speak up the theme for us? So now I would like anyone who could come forward and speak. Yes,
Ma'am, may
share.
I?
Yes, Vanshika, please.
Yes, ma'am. The theme of the story is that the foolish person, they cannot be constructive. As in the story, there were so many troubles because people were foolish. The king and the minister, they were the foolish. And in the story, we observe that all the rules, they are reversed, and all the people are ordered to sleep during the day and work at the night. So no wise person can have the courage to get against these laws, and if somebody does this, he or she will be punished to death.
Okay, thank you so much, Vanshika. Anyone else who want to like to add in this can come forward also. Yes, yes, Akriti, please go ahead.
Ma'am, we can't change nature according to us. We need to follow it with respect, and we can only go for the timing that we
Okay, thank you, Akriti. Thank you so much. Thank you, students, for wonderful response. Um, Wonderfully, you have explained and taken the theme of the story. Yes, the theme of the story, as you know, the story is based on the theme that foolish people are unpredictable. Means they can do anything. They can be dangerous to everyone. Like here also, you can just imagine that how they are not thinking that somebody has done something wrong, but the king is just trying to give the justice, and in that what he is doing is punishing the wrong persons and all, but he feels that he is the wisest one, right? And the title, In the Kingdom of Fools, that is the story in which the kingdom is being ruled by the foolish king and his silly minister, right? And the people are also equally foolish because they are just obeying the ridiculous orders which are being given by the king, and they are not opposing it, means they are just following. And in such case, they can't be dealt by wise and calm people only. Means like the guru and the disciple, they were very calm and they knew what they're doing. So the wise people, they can take the things but very calmly. right? So this was the theme of the story, and we should always keep in mind that we should stay away from such foolish people in our life, right? So now students, we are going to share with you link of Slido in your chat window. So hope you all are ready, and we are going to have a Slido for a small assessment is going to be shared, and in that you are there are some of the questions. Please go for that. This is the live one, and we are going to see the same.
So before that, I would like a child to just summarize the today's class. Hurry up, who would be like take the initiative to summarize what we have learned today? So anybody amongst you, hurry up.
Mummy,
Yeah, sure, bache.
in the story of Kingdom of Fools, there were the there was a kingdom in which the king and the ministers were all fools. They were they were they made a rule to work at night and sleep at day. So once upon a time there was a guru and disciple, and they stayed at night and they waited for the shops to open. When the shops were open, everything was so cheap at just 1 rupees. So the disciple decided to stay here only, but the guru said no. But he didn't obey his guru. Then one day a thief entered a merchant's house and he stole things. After he was going, the wall collapsed on him and everything, and he died. So blamed blamed the merchant that he killed my brother. The merchant blamed the bricklayer that he made wrong, that he did not made perfect wall. So the bricklayer blamed on others, and everyone, and at end the merchant was blamed. So when the king was going to punish him, he was very thin, that he was not able to get into the stake. So the king said the disciple should be punished, and he was fat, so he would be able to be punished. The guru came and he said, you should kill me, because after you will kill me, I will reborn and become the king. So they fought, and then the king and minister said that we should be punished and we will born as the king and the ministers again. So because of their foolishness, the king and the ministers died, and the king and the guru became the king, and disciple became the minister.
Excellent, excellent, Akshita. So it's great learning we had in our class, and it's really nice to hear from you. So now I would be the Slido link is there in the chat window. Everybody, please look over there. And can I have the access of sharing the screen, Stinder, Miss Stinder?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yeah. So yes, students, it's a live, so you all can click on that link, and we can start. So here you, I hope my screen is visible to you all.
Yes, perfectly visible, Sindhu, ma'am.
Okay, so here the live starts, and I hope you, my students, are ready. So here we go with the first one. So hurry up. So I can see four students are there. I want everybody to be there. Yeah, now I can see eight. Hurry up. Very good. Awesome, students. So only five questions are there. Very good. Very nice. So now it's 14. Yeah, number is increasing. Very good. Excellent. Wonderful responses. Don't miss this opportunity to play this Slido. It's very interesting. We are playing it online. Very good. So now let's move to the next one. So now it's we are 16. So I have to wait. Okay, hurry up. So now 19. Yeah, my number is increasing. It's so exciting. Yeah, yeah, hurry up. Now it's 20. Wow. 21. So I have to wait to move to the next question. 22. Wow. So now let's move to the next question. And here I go. So the next question is there on your on the screen. Hurry up. Wonderful. So 18 students were there. Good. Very good. 19 now. Wonderful. Others also, please don't miss the opportunity. Very good. Excellent responses. So even I am getting correct answer also. Very good. 20 are there now. So I'm waiting. It's 21 now. So 22 now. And we are going to move ahead. And here we go. So now the next question is there on the screen. Hurry up. Yes, start doing it. Now I can't see. What happened? Yes, now I can see. Yeah, very good. So wonderfully, my students are replying. It's great. Very good. 13 are there now. Wonderful, wonderful. Keep on answering. Yes, very nice, very nice. 16 are there. Very nice. Oh, very good. Wonderful. 16, 17, 18 are there. Wonderful. Just be quick. Yes. So we are going to cross 20 above. Yeah, now it's 19. Yes, very good. 20 are there. Wonderful. So we are going to move to the next one. Hurry up, hurry up. Yes, good, excellent. And it's like a game. We all are enjoying it. But I'm enjoying it very much. Yeah, 21 are there now. So who is the one? So now let's move to the next one. And here I go. So the question is there on the screen now. So good, very good, excellent, wonderful, very nice, very nice. I don't have words to praise you all. You all are really great. We are proud of you. And I'm blessed to have students like you. Great. Thank you to my all the loving students. I hope you all enjoyed and that's all from our side. And thank you to my all the loving and the students. You are really close to my heart. So stay home, stay safe, don't go out. And before that, let us share that which what are the tools we have used today. So we have used Adobe Spark, and then we have used Adobe Post also. For the pictures, we have used Adobe Post, and then we have Slido also. Then we have Poll also, and this was how we have prepared our today's lesson. So now, who would like to tell me with which SDD we can correlate our today's class? Hurry up, everybody. So I want to listen from my students. I won't be speaking. Yeah,
Ma'am, may I?
Samira is there. Yeah, Samira, please. Samira.
Yes, ma'am. SDG
Yes.
number 4, quality education.
Wonderful. Yes. SG number 4, quality education. Anybody else wants to add on? Mitali is there. Yes, Mitali.
SDG goal number 4, quality education.
Okay, the same one. Somebody else wants to correlate with some other goal. then that child can
May
unmute.
I?
Sure, bache.
Goal number 15, life on land.
Exactly. Goal number 15, life on land. We have seen a kingdom in the chapter, and yes, we can correlate with the life on land and with the quality education. So, thank you to my loving students. And with this, I just request you all to stay home, stay safe, and be healthy, be positive, and keep smiling. Okay. So, thank you to all the students and to all the educators. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the virtual classroom tour in partnership with Kamla Nehru Public School in India. Thank you for that very good and very engaging demonstration teaching, ma'ams. We learned a lot and we gained insights on how we are going to do our online classes here in the Philippines. It's really an interesting experience to get to see how different countries such as India set up their online classes, and we actually learned from you, ma'ams. Thank you so much. So, in a few minutes, we will be having a question and answer portion. So, I know that our participants have so much to ask, so many things to ask from our presenters. And we will, if you have questions, please type them in our chat box, and our presenters and the principal herself will answer them one at a time. But before that, I would like to show and award the certificates of recognition to our presenters for today. May I be allowed to share my screen, ma'ams?
Charu, are you looking into, please? Okay, she is. She's going to make you the presenter now. A minute or two, please.
Yes, I think I have it here now, ma'am. Okay, so can you see the certificate?
Yes.
Once again, uh, from the bottom of our hearts, from the Schools Division of Laoag City, thank you so much for sharing your expertise, knowledge, and skills about the best practices that you have in India. So, this is the certificate of recognition which is awarded to Satinder Kaur and Satinder Kaur Rai for their active participation as presenters during the elevated virtual benchmarking activity, a classroom tour to a Microsoft Showcase School held on June 8, 2021 via MS Teams. Given this 8th day of June at Schools Division of Laoag City, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. Signed, Vilma D. Eda, CESO 5 Schools Division Superintendent. May we give a virtual round of applause to our presenters, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
We are blessed. Thank you.
it's really an interesting experience to get to see how you guys do your online classes, and we have seen the different platforms that you have utilized for this demonstration teaching. You have the Microsoft Teams, the Adobe Spark, the Microsoft Forms, and Slido. And let us see if we have questions from our participants. So if you have questions, this is now the time for you to ask. You can just type in your question in our chat box, or you can just ask for you to speak and to ask your question to our presenters. So I guess I will have to start
Yes.
the asking the question, ma'am. So it's very interesting that you use the Adobe Spark, which is different because here in the Philippines, most of us use PowerPoint presentation. We use Canva to have our presentation in our online classes. So what do you think is uh, what what makes Adobe Spark unique from other presentation softwares or applications? Why do you think this is better when it comes to presenting your lessons online? So anyone from the presenters can answer the question.
So yes, I feel that presenting the lesson by using the Adobe Spark is going to be a different experience for students also, because usually here you have seen that my screen was continuously moving up and down, and I can add number of pictures. The features which we are having Adobe Spark is totally different from the ones we are having in the PPT. Fine. So there you can write on the screen also, and it's quite different and quite interesting to have the lessons on Adobe. Not only we are using it, our students are also using it on a big scale. Fine, they are doing their projects while using this Adobe web page. We are asking them to do their assignments using Adobe Post also. So not only the teachers are using, but apart from that, the students are also using it, and they found it very interesting. What I believe that my students are making Adobe web page better than me. They are more skilled and they are more better than me, what I believe, because they are very much creative. And yes, it's a different style of teaching. If once you will make a lesson on this Adobe web page now, you will find what is the difference between a PPT and this. Every time we try to have a new tool in the class, we are using Bunsy, we are using Sway, not only Adobe web page only, but we have tried almost all the tools. OneNote, Bunsy, and then Sway is there. Many more are there. I think Miss Satinder would elaborate more on it. She is more expert in the IT.
Thank you for saying so, but I am not that, I would say. So if we say talk about when you said Adobe, so it's a very interesting because in this Adobe web page you can type, you can embed pictures, you can put videos, even in the means everything you can go at one go. Means you are not supposed to move here and there, but you can have everything. And as ma'am has Satinder ma'am has told already that she how the students are doing, means yes, they are much more better than that. And creating Adobe Spark is just that if you just say you have to make the Adobe Spark, you just announce and they will just create and send it. So they are so quick in that. So beside that, as already shared, that we are using OneNote, we are also using Canva, we are also using PowerPoint presentations, Sway, OneNote, then Smart Learning Suites. We are using a number of features which are there. And every time the purpose is to make class more interesting, means every time something new is there. Because if we keep on using the same thing, sometimes you might see that we also feel okay every time it's the same thing, and our students might feel that same thing is going on. So bringing something new change and some innovation to be done as guided by our head teacher, our principal ma'am. So we are keep on we are learning, we are doing, and our students are also learning. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's good you mentioned that we have to expose our students with different platforms so that they will not be used to seeing the same thing, the same platform. So I guess we will be using Adobe Spark also in presenting our lessons. And based on your questions, you have mentioned that there are more features of this software. We can do multiple things, which I found interesting, and I know for sure that the teachers of SDO Laoag City will be adapting this platform. Thank you so much, ma'ams. Okay, so I guess we have a question from Miss Winisel May Ancheta. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Bess. Good day, teachers. What are the challenges you often encounter in conducting your online classes?
So if we talk about the challenges basically sometimes when we have the internet issues, the technical issues basically, or if we say the because in this time we don't feel that we are being separated from our kids because when we are teaching them we are engaged. Online engagement is there with the students. We have a contact with them from day and means from day and I think if I would say that is the challenge of like now only I just met a small challenge. There was a glitch and I was not able to. I hope you were not able to hear me. So that is the only connectivity issues which we face. Otherwise, I think there is no other big challenge. Yes, thank you.
How about Ma'am Satinder Kaur? You want to add something?
No, sir, it's same. No other challenge really we face because now really we are into IT. We are, I can say, with the guidance of our headmistress, sorry, principal, we are able to handy with all the tools. We know how to work on every tool only because of her. And yes, the only challenge, it's not daily we face the challenge. Once in a blue moon, okay, we face the internet issue. Rest, nothing is there. Students are really wonderful. They cooperate us. They understand us very well. Even if they are having any doubts, they write in the chat window, or they are having this access also that they can unmute and they can speak in the class whenever they want to. So there is no issue. Only the internet issue is there, and that I already told. Once in a blue moon, we have that issue.
Well, that's good to hear, Mans, because here in the Philippines, we also have challenges, especially in internet connectivity. But what's good is that when it comes to capacitating teachers, I guess SD Laoag City is equipped and is addressing the issue. That's why we have this elevated series to actually teach or to actually train the teachers on how to manipulate different platforms, which you are also doing there because your principal, Madam Paramjit Kaur Dilon, is a certified Microsoft educator, innovator, and trainer. And we look up to her. Thank you so much, ma'am. And yeah, we have another question here from Vitali. Um, what methods or teaching platforms do you use to teach your students? So aside from those platforms that you have mentioned a while ago, ma'am, the Microsoft Teams, Adobe Spark, Microsoft Forms, Slido, Bansi, Sway, do you have other platforms that you can share to us so that we can at least discover and navigate them? So what other platforms
So
do you
learning
use
smart
for
suit
online
is also
classes?
there. Learning smart suit, which ma'am, Miss Tinder already mentioned. Smart suit is there. Then we have Quizlet also. We have Nearpod also, and in Nearpod there are plenty of things are there. Means every time you will get something new in the Nearpod. You can make lessons on that. You can have quizzes. You can have collaboration over there on the Nearpod. So number of things are there in the Nearpod. Just try it once. It's really awesome to work on Nearpod.
Okay, I guess I'm going to try that near pod and quizzes. Actually, we are also using quizzes in our online classes, but I guess near pod is something new also to us. So thank you so much for sharing this to us. Um, and we have another question from Miss Divine Hernando. What makes Microsoft Teams stand out from the other online or video conferencing platforms such as Google Meet, Zoom, and others? And this is also from Klein Jesus. Again, ma'am, what makes Microsoft Teams stand out from the other online video conferencing platforms such as Google Meet, Zoom, and others?
So, may I come in now?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Microsoft Teams is secure platform, right? When it comes to Zoom, we've come across where it was hacked and then uncalled for things happened. There were some incidents initially, specifically. So nobody can get into the Microsoft Teams till we share a link. Otherwise, it cannot be hacked. It's so strong and sturdy when it comes to use of Microsoft Teams. That's one thing. Coming to Google Meet is all right, but we are so, but then the third party apps which can be used in Teams are, I think, maybe 50 odd. I might be not able to count, but if you please go and check it, you'll find that there are, see, we missed on Kahoot. Kahoot is again a game which children love to play after the lesson is over. So teachers are using it. Rather, our entire evaluation which we had was a friendly, extensible, extended evaluation. We use gaming in a big way. We practice collaboration. We practice that the children should communicate well. So our focus now when it comes to learning is not the academic content. It is preparing the children for a world of tomorrow where IT is there going to stay. So the children are hands-on on most of the tools so that they could be confident when it comes to the use of IT. There are challenges, it's bad time, it's a pandemic time, but then it's an opportunity time. An opportunity where the teachers got empowered, an opportunity where the students got empowered. This would have taken good 5 years had it not been pandemic. This online became a necessity. A necessity, they say, is the mother of invention. And we invented and reinvented ourselves. And we learned everything possible which was required to come up to the level and hold the hand of the students. Now, we just said that the head teacher is MI expert. Mark Joseph, let me tell you, every teacher in my school is an MI expert. Everybody, not me alone. But yes, the first MI expert in this school, 5 years back maybe, was this principal. But then these teachers are many, many times better than me. They keep saying the students are better than that. Similarly, I keep saying that they're many times better because they go in for hands-on every day. All right. They are wonderful group, dedicated, passionate. They'll do anything and everything possible when it comes to students learning and their understanding and achieving the learning objectives. Here I would like to say, you talked about MI expert. We are open to training all teachers over there how to fill a form and how they can become a MI expert. Since this conversation has come in, we are open to it. My teachers can train, we can prepare a presentation and do the hand holding so that everybody in Philippines, in our ElevatED connection, we can guide you, we can help you, we can do hand holding, we can have teachers uh, looking after some groups how to fill the application. We can do everything. So it's all right if you can just think over it. If all of you would like to be MI expert, and then we are there. You can bank upon us. It's growing together. It is stronger together. Teachers around the world are saying we are a family, and this family stands up for every other family when it comes to educators. So that's it. You can think over it. We are there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I guess another collaboration project is on the way between
Yes, it
Philippines
is.
and
It is.
India. So it's really nice and it's really um, very good that all of your teachers are MIE experts. Uh, Actually, here in SD Laoag City, Mr. John Paul Bernes has started motivating and encouraging the teachers to become MIE, Microsoft Innovative Educator, and most of the teachers now have the certificates. And one step at a time, we're getting there. And I hope that you will be able to help us in this journey, ma'am. Thank you so much. And with
And
regards to the feature of Microsoft Teams, it's good that you said about security because that's what we are looking for when we are conducting classes. And you are right when you said that um, there are so many applications of Microsoft that are embedded in the Microsoft Teams. So it's like a one-stop shop. All the things that you need as a teacher, it's all there, and you can actually integrate that in Microsoft Teams. Okay, so we also have, I guess your students are saying a lot of platforms that you are using, Microsoft Whiteboard, Microsoft Stream, Kahoot, quizzes, polls, Microsoft Forms. So Wakelet, we just had that in our
Yes,
elevated webinar. OneNote, MS Forms, Minecraft. I guess this is
yes,
also interesting. You're doing Minecraft in your
yes.
school.
We have got
Wow,
seven
that's good.
Minecraft mentors in our school. And
Yes,
then
I guess
the children are very, very good. See, we missed on so many things. We are a wakelet school too. We are a wakelet sugar school
exactly.
too. So
Because we have to know what the students are enjoying doing, and we have to think of good platforms similar or close to that, and we can integrate that in our online classes for them to enjoy learning, right? They, we love playing Kahoot games and doing polls.
I'm
Okay.
loving that. I'm loving that they felt, that why the teachers have not said this, why they have not mentioned this, and there they go out. Thank you, beloved students. God bless. Thank you.
And may I also say that your students are very active. I admire their active participation in your classes, and it's nice to be witnessing it firsthand. Although it's virtually, this is a wonderful experience for us. We have another question from Mr. Marlon Kubangbang. Hello, friend. Teachers do collaborative teaching in handling a single class. So do you do collaboration in a single class?
Who would
Like,
like to answer? Charu, how about you answering this now? Do we do collaboration in the class? What was it today? So some maybe Satinder, any of two of you could answer if Charu is facing some challenge.
so are there instances where two teachers um, collaborate in preparing for a single class? Like, did you find it effective in some ways?
So let me,
Yes.
Charu, yes, if you can speak, please go ahead.
Yeah, we do lot of collaboration when it comes to the
Actually,
classes.
she's recording the session and doing everything, so I think she better not speak. Then, lots of she has some devices. Maybe that's a reason. So, collaboration is very important. See, some of you must have realized what happened today was Miss Satinder. She lost a connection. All right. And immediately it was taken by Satinder Kaur Rai. She took over and she shared the presentation. So without collaboration, it never happens. For every class, we have a presenter and we have a co-presenter. All right. So, and both of them have the presentation of the day. It could be any mode. It could be a Wakelet, it could be Wakelet presentation, or it could be an Adobe web page or OneNote. They share it beforehand. And if something goes wrong, the internet is an issue at one place because you can't predict. We are a developing country. We don't have 24 by 7 flawless internet facility in our country. So these are the, as they rightly said, this is only technical problem we have. Otherwise, now teaching, preparing, all that, it's bygone days for us. That's not there because we have done very successful online teaching for this wonderful year. And by God's grace, Microsoft, we are the brand ambassadors of Microsoft. I'm bragging here a little bit. And our story is of remote learning. It went like this: a village goes virtual, a village school goes virtual. And then this is a national story and an international story. And we are really involved as such, and it's collaboration which leads to success. And from here, the presenters of the day can add on if I have missed on something.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ma'am Paramjit, that when something happens, the teacher is there to the rescue because you'll never know what will happen. And I guess the cliche goes two heads are better than one applies here. And it's good that you have mentioned this kind of collaboration that you do in your school. We will surely adapt that in our own respective schools. And congratulations also for being one of the brand ambassadors or showcase schools in the world under Microsoft. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, so we also have here questions from Mita, no, from, I guess I have read a while ago. How do you help your students uh, who are struggling in their online classes? How do you help your students who are struggling in their online classes?
So the teachers need to answer, how do we help the children who are struggling in the online classes?
Yes,
Would
ma'am.
students like to answer?
Actually, ma'am, students have given the answer. So, yes, ma'am, in the chat window only, Vanshika has given the answer
Hi,
for the
there's an
question.
answer here
So I'll read
from
her answer first.
Vanchika.
If someone faces too much technical problems, then we always have a recording of each and every session. So when our network is quite good, then we can listen to that recording. That is the one thing when some child is facing some problem. So sometimes when we have some children in the class, where maybe one, two, or maybe if you want, those who have missed the classes, might be late joinees, might be some any other thing, means they are not able to cope up with. So what we do, we go to the extent that we provide them extra classes. Means when they are not having the classes, for example on Saturdays we are not having any classes, means teaching classes are not there, activity classes are there. So we provide some extra classes, extra sessions are being taken for just for those students to, so that they can cope up with the means the others, those who have done the syllabus, and they can come to up. Means the teachers are always ready to help the students whosoever have any sort of a difficulty. And even after every class, means now if we have a first period and then after that we have a virtual office hours, in that students ask their queries if they are not understanding the things. So they come forward, they can ask, means again the things can be explained to that one to one session is there. So it is after every that we have three teaching periods in a day, first period and then 1 hour for the this virtual office hour, then the teaching period, then virtual office hour, then in between we have a break for the students also and for the teachers, and then again we have the class, and then we have the virtual office hours. And if some child is facing some difficulty and the child is not able to share in the class, we have well-being calls. In those well-being calls, means in that they can talk in their own languages, means regional language, or that we have we share our doubts, we share everything whatever they want to share, even the parents are being involved. And if there is no such issues, then we play games and all, means we try to make their the journey very happy and very interactive, so that they are not being, they should not feel that they are being left out. Means at some of the places the students are only at home, parents are working, or all are busy in the online work, so we try to take care of each and everything. Means either it's their study or their emotional and mental health. Thank you. I hope Satinder ma'am can add some more things.
There's a question also. We didn't say about the virtual hours. It's the students who mentioned that we get help in the virtual hours also in the chat window. Even I'm
Yes.
going through that. There's a question for you all to answer, ladies, by Nico J.
Hello. Okay. Actually, hello. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Ma'am Satinder. Actually, Department of Education here in the Philippines share the same maxim or mantra that no child should be left behind. And it's good that you said that one of the strategies that you do in helping out your students is to actually show them the recording, which is not actually present in other video conferencing applications. Unlike in Microsoft Teams, right after recording this online class or this virtual meeting that we are having now, it can be already saved and be accessed by the members of the Microsoft Teams that you have created, correct?
Yes.
Yes, yes, that's correct. And your students are really active. They do the answering. After every class, we have virtual office hours in which we clear our doubts. Oh, that's really good. So you have one-on-one virtual meeting with the students who are struggling. Is that correct?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
So may I give salutations for that because you're exerting extra effort, you're doing or you're going extra mile for your students. How about this one? This is a question from Sir Nico J. Coloma. How do you assess your students this time of pandemic? Do you think that they are more active today despite of our current situation or just the same in the normal situation before? This is a very good question, Nico. So
And
anyone from you, ma'ams, can answer.
a student has given the answer also over there.
So, yes, students are missing their schools badly, for sure. And they used to say this, but they are very much active in the field of IT. They're enjoying it. They're now, they love to see their teacher on their screen as we switch on our cameras whenever we have the lessons. So they enjoy it. They feel connected. Even they can also switch on their cameras. So we are always trying to have a proper connectivity, a connection, a bound with them during this online classes. And we are utilizing it very well from the day one. I think from last year, from April, we
Second.
are taking the on 2nd April, we are taking the online classes, and today is the day, and we have learned a lot of things. Even the students also, they are also expert. We just give them one thing, that this is the new tool, and they just start doing things on it. They're so quick in it. Means I can see the number of IT experts are going to come from Kamla Nehru Public School in future. The software engineers are going to be from Kamla Nehru Public School, and this is for sure because they are too good in IT.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So may I just ask, this is actually a follow-up question. So what kind of assessment do you conduct or do you administer to your students? So we like have multiple choice, constructive response, performance tasks. So what are those assessment tools that you use and how often do you integrate that in your classes?
So if we talk about assessment, so we have so many tools which we use for assessment. Like we have forms, we have Kahoot as mentioned, it's a play game. Then we have Slido, then we have test portal, then we have quizzes, then we have Mentimeter, then we have so many such means n number of things are there which our students are writing and sometimes we forget. And we also use flipgrid where when we want that student should be doing some speaking skills are being required to check in English. So for that flipgrids are there where they make their videos and send and teacher can check their for speaking skills. And beside that we also have, we go for multiple choice questions, we go for short answer questions, we go for the long answer questions also. And sometimes we want them, they should be writing on their notebooks and click the picture and upload it. For that test portal, MS form, everywhere we get the option for uploading those images, that is also being done. And We also, this in this time, as our students are also going with the same, and they are now, as ma'am, as the ma'am already mentioned, that they are going to become the IT experts. So in the IT also, like when we have, this assessment, we go for every type of assessment, means written, oral, and even for the presentation. They are given the topics that they need to present. They form their groups, and in the groups are being formed by the teacher, and then they give the presentations in front of us. So what is that in the front of whole class? So their speaking skills are being enhanced, their research work is being enhanced, and their IT skills are being also enhanced. So when they have to collaborate with each other, they know how to cooperate, how to collaborate. We use the breakout rooms which is there in the teams. Sometimes we make the team channels wherever breakouts are not working. So we are not going for the WhatsApp groups, we are not going to go for the any other groups, but we make the groups together, and they work on the same presentation all together. Means everybody is putting their own hard work into that. So we try to use as many ways to assess them as possible, so that they are not being left behind. And yes, if I could read in the that also, that yes, they are very active. Our kids are very active. Earlier also they were active, and now also, means they are the energy which you have seen today also. So they are the same, like, means they are always active to participate. And if sometimes if we are facing like technical issues, sometimes it might be both the teachers are facing technical issues, or sometimes it could be something. So students are so, means, confident, they are ready to help their teachers also. Means they understand what is the problem, and they are always there. Means it is not that the a teacher owned class, but it is a together, means students and teachers, we all work together. Thank you.
Thank
They
you, ma'am. It's
mentioned,
good to have.
the
Yes, ma'am.
students
Yes, ma'am,
mentioned
Paramji.
about the subject enrichment activities, which the teachers have not mentioned so far. Please talk about what is that they've mentioned. Look at the chat.
Yes,
And
it
it's
says
wonderful.
here.
We are so
Um,
proud of them.
uh, they are using Adobe Web Pages, Adobe Posts, Adobe Spark Videos. We also use these tools for our subject enrichment activities and assessments also. So wow, you have been using a variety of assessment tools, and I'd like to believe that as teachers, we really have to provide authentic assessments to our students, because that's one way of measuring if we have achieved our targets or our learning objectives. And it's also one way of measuring if the students understood the lessons. And it's good you mentioned Flipgrid. We have done that 2 weeks ago. It's a one way to empower students' voices, and it's nice to hear that you're also using that in your school, ma'am. And so, do we have other questions from our participants? So, yes, Ma'am Maita. Oh, I thought you want to ask something. So, shout out to our participants from Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Trades, San Mateo Integrated School, and Balatong Integrated School. Do we have other questions before we wrap up our activity for today? Okay, I guess that ends our Q&A. Uh, that was a lot of questions, which is a good indicator, or it's a good manifestation that our participants are eager to learn and to know more about your best practices in India. And thank you so much, Paramjit, Satinder Kaurai, Satinder Kaur, Ma'am Charo, Chabra, for answering all our queries. And uh, please uh, please know that we have taken notes of that, and we have already mm, taken notes of that, and we will surely apply that in our respective online classes. So thank you also to your students. They're so cute, they're so engaging, they're so active, and up to now they are still here listening to the Q&A and actually answering other questions also. which validate also your answers as teachers. So there is some kind of triangulation here, which is good. And yeah, so that ends our Q&A forum. Thank you so much. And right now, I am ready to share the evaluation link to our participants. So to the participants, please screenshot this one. I'm going to share now my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. This is another productive day for us because we learned a lot from the best. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, for you to get your e-certificate, you have to accomplish the evaluation form through this link, bit.ly/benchmarking eval. So, you may screenshot this one so that you may refer to it later on when you are ready to have your evaluation. And again, on behalf of the Schools Division of Laoag City, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much to Kamla Nehru Public School in India, specifically to the principal, Paramjit Kaur Dilon, the presenters, Satinder Kaur, and Satinder Kaur Rai, and to the students of the said school. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you want to say something, Ma'am Paramjit, before we end this benchmarking activity?
Um, you know, for us, sharing is caring. Sharing is growing together. Sharing is collaboration. So very happy with this collaboration. Thank you for joining us. We are feel very humbled and happy. Together we can do so much for the children around the world, around the globe. So we keep collaborating and we keep working together. That's all.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. Keep inspiring people, keep helping other schools, and I'm sure that with your guidance, help, and supervision, those schools that you are helping will be able to achieve their targets when it comes to the sustainable development goals. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
So, Mark, you were fabulous, but we still miss John.
Yes, John Paul Bjornes has an important appointment,
Yeah, it's all right.
so he called me to do the uh, to facilitate this activity.
No, you
Don't
were
worry, ma'am. I
fabulous.
will
I've known him
try
for
again.
3 years.
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Yeah, that's it. But thank you so much for being here, and we loved you, and your conduct was fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So that's it.
That's
There you
it.
have it, ladies and gentlemen, the elevated virtual benchmarking activity. Till next time, thank you so much. You may now leave the meeting.
Children, we can leave, please.